Are these cereal mascots Democrat or MAGA? Democrat. He would say vote for human rights. They're great. Totally MAGA. All about America first and protecting corporations. Democrat. He couldn't have his cereal just because he was a rabbit. Definitely for a more inclusive world. Why can't tricks just be for anyone? Democrat. He lives in the rainforest, so you know he's protective of the environment. Also, that beak suggests he would be the star at every Pride event. Republican, not MAGA. He's generous with his charms. But he also believes that character is built if you spend years of your life trying to chase a pot of gold. Fiscally conservative, magically generous. MAGA, easy to manipulate. He would say he's cuckoo for Trump. Independent. Every election day, they eat their breakfast in silence. They're just appalled by the state of the country and want to spend the day in peace. Republican, until MAGA came along. He came from a time when being conservative had a very different meaning. Now he puts equal rights first. Democrat, very much about that everyone deserves a chance energy. Would absolutely be for the rights of minorities. Democrat, he's a bee who would fight for nature, and he would educate the youth about global warming. Over a healthy breakfast, of course. Moderate. He's a traditional suburban husband and father who would say Trump has good ideas to fix the economy. But when his neighbor is struggling, he would empty out his bank account. MAGA. Entitled and spends his life claiming that Cookie Crisp is being stolen from him. Thinks if he just got the cereal, then everything will go back to the way it used to be. MAGA. All about getting up early, having a disciplined and structured day, and eating plain cereal. I can't imagine a lot of Democrats loving that life. Doesn't vote, just a free spirit who shies away from that life. Didn't know election happened until 3 weeks later. Democrat, all about brightening everyone's day and giving them a healthy treat to get started. His cereal isn't exactly delicious, but the fiber will keep us motivated at the polls. Are these restaurant mascots Democrat or MAGA? So gay, fabulous, and partying at Pride as we speak. So Democrat. MAGA. Wants to keep everything traditional. Believes men should be the breadwinners and women should carry the children. Democrat. He was married to a woman who had a human head not like his. He's totally supportive of different kinds of families. He's a total feminist and has a gay son who he loves very much. Democrat. Even though her company contributes more to the Republican side, she's an absolute leftist who's here to take the patriarchy down. MAGA. He's literally a king. He would throw a bitch fit if he had to pay taxes despite being a billionaire. Democrat and total leftist. She hates Trump and every last member of the Republican Party. She would be on this app telling any MAGA person who follows Starbucks to piss all the way off. And she's celebrating Pride Month while spreading positive awareness about education. MAGA, all about protecting corporations and white men over the age of 75, despite their brains deteriorating while making decisions about the rest of the country. Democrat, loves giving kids a place to feel safe at while everything else falls apart. He's also a total rock star who supports the arts. MAGA, this thing's eyes are set on only one thing, and it's not women's education. Definitely your typical rich playgirl. Identifies as moderate, but he voted for Trump. His company endorses the conservative side, and he would tell them other places they can contribute to while acting like he's above politics. MAGA. The entire atmosphere of his restaurant is for insecure men who need to feel like one of the guys. It's the perfect place for them where they can go and talk with their buddies about how immigrants are ruining our lives, bro. Then they cheat on their wives when they go and make out with each other by the dumpsters. Democrat, total hippie who would get a septum ring and tell his audience to eat the rich. All for lowering prices, which is why his pizza is so cheap. Republican, not MAGA. He owns a boat, has strong opinions about property taxes, and would think restaurant chains did better in the 90s. He doesn't like Trump's bigoted policies nor his tariff plans. But definitely a fiscal conservative. Moderate. Likely drives a pickup truck and supports a capitalist economy. But as a bear, he knows his environment needs better care. And he would put his neighbors ahead of his rich privilege. Definitely some conservative views, but he voted for Hillary, Joe Biden, and Kamala. Democrat. Would volunteer at local events, shop at farmers market, and insist that burgers taste better when locally sourced. Are these food mascots Democrat or MAGA? He's all about money and the corporate elite. And he puts billionaires ahead of the working class. MAGA. As a baker, he's for the working class. And he loves offering fresh treats to the less privileged. Democrat. He notices when people are vulnerable, so he just recklessly breaks into their lives and gives them a drink that makes them think it's gonna solve their thirst. But in reality, it's just making them more thirsty and unhealthy. And he's here to the rescue? MAGA. They just want to live in peace and harmony, watching the stars in their cold environment with a cool refreshment. They know the world is bad, but we can still make it better. Democrats. Neither. He just wants to lay out in the sun with a crunchy snack while the rest of the world falls apart around him. And he would just be like, "It's cool guys, nothing to worry about. It's only dangerously cheesy." His platform literally centers on public education. He supports children learning how the world works so they won't end up stupid like MAGA. He totally votes Democrat and is very leftist. Democrats, but with different feelings. The green one will not take no for an answer, and the yellow one wants to help the world. But the red one knows that even Democrats aren't doing much to fix our problems. As annoyed as he was that he had to vote for Biden, he would never vote Republican. Democrat and a supporter of farmers, and an avid supporter of AOC. Democrat, he was inspired by real-world progressives who were about social justice and anti-war. He would never vote for Trump. MAGA, she would post an image of herself on social media holding that umbrella while a bunch of rainbows and pronouns are coming against her and she has to deal with this atrocity in this country. Moderate. He would support anyone who wants to contribute to this society, no matter who they are. But he's a businessman who would put Trump on a higher level. He thinks Trump has some good ideas that are gonna fix the economy, and he thinks the tariffs might actually work. Democrat. Values giving everyone a strong dose of wisdom over a stack of waffles. She would educate the youth about the importance of kindness to those who are different from us. Almost like a kindergarten teacher that MAGA would have ignored when they were younger. They do horrific things to people and just expect to be forgiven. And if you don't, well, I guess you're the problem. MAGA. MAGA, they just sit outside of a bar saying one word at a time because they don't know anything else. I could see all of them in MAGA hats going, "Let's go, Trump."